Good evening, ladies and gents. This is Nerds here, and welcome back to our Britannia Rebels campaign, or Medieval Total War, and you join me at Arundel Fortress. Well, it's just a castle, but it feels like a fortress because we can train some serious units out of here, and oh my, now we've got ourselves into the soft underbelly of England. We do have ourselves some great opportunities. Arundel's going to be very safe indeed, and we'll be able to pump out troops in various directions. Of course, we do have some units over here trying to gather together. So today we're going to head down to the southwest, gather some of our forces, and hopefully we'll be able to very soon mop up the rest of southern England. Gloucester I'm going to be careful about because we know there's lots of battles going on around Cardiff, so we'll just stay clear of Gloucester for now, but if we mop up the rest, will soon be in a good position. Of course, we also have another set of troops heading towards Canterbury. So with Canterbury under our control as well, I don't think there's going to be much left in the south to give us the old backstab. Also over in this direction here we have, well, let's go in, we could do some scouting. To be honest, I suspect there's nothing in Norwich. We're going to head over to Norwich if we get the opportunity. I'm a little bit concerned about this force though. So there's just a little part of me, going to keep this scout here. A little part of me that's just wary about Norwich. We'll take Canterbury first, and we will reassess that particular problem. But down the south, things are looking pretty darn good indeed, all things considered. So let's for now focus on Scotland, where, of course, last time we headed up towards Stirling, and with Stirling under siege, this is a similar situation here. Actually, it's a castle. We can hopefully get ourselves some beautiful troops. Now they do have quite a bit in here. We're going to lose some troops taking this, but I don't want to take the risk of this army here, or any others for that matter, heading back in our direction. So I think the first thing to do is to head in to Stirling, just in case we need a reminder of the situation in Ireland. We did of course lose Dublin over here to the Irish last time, but we do have Derry up in the north, so there's opportunity still. I think we just might need to build up our forces because there are forces around Lifford over there and over what's this, just Belfast, Downpatrick, of course. Yes, by Downpatrick we do have ourselves plenty of troops. King Brian himself is waiting in the wings to attack us, so I think time to head into Stirling and time to take out one of the key Scottish castles. Right, what have they got again? Let's remind ourselves, a couple of pikemen, which could be annoying if they block the entrances, but we'll see. We'll probably have to take the walls. A couple of Highlanders, well, we can match them and just overwhelm them with any luck. It's the Highland nobles we need to be very wary of. Hopefully we don't need to chop them down on the walls. Hopefully they're somewhere else and we can take care of them with missiles, because these guys could cause us a lot of problems indeed. And Cav, inside the city, nothing to worry about. Our English knights are stronger anyway. Let's hit him. This is a big old affair. Oh yes, the bagpipes be a-blazing. This is a full-on siege assault here. We are going for all directions and sending everyone in from all conceivable angles. They do have pikemen up on the walls, which is interesting. I don't think they should be working very well on the walls. We will see about that. What I do have, though, is some of my best infantry, my heavy armoured swordsmen, coming over to this particular section of wall over here. This is where the crossbowmen are also hanging out. So we want to get these lads over here to cause all sorts of problems. Now, some of those nobles are getting off the wall, which is interesting. This is having to do the stupid thing where it comes around to get there, which just makes the castles all the more painful to attack. But you know what, it is raining or light sleet or something like that, so we look like we're in a fairly solid position to at least not have everything burnt down. But oh yes, these tight little castles are hell to attack. They really truly are. Let's go and get these town militia to come and run up here as well. Join the fray. You lads run over here, join the fray. And if I'm honest, these two archers might as well get themselves up to the walls here as safe as they can be until we manage to take over. We got one burning tower over there. That is hardly surprising. What we can do is just run them up to those walls. These are deactivated, which is quite surprising. These lads need to get there a little bit quicker. Let's just run all of these chaps over in this direction. All of you just get over there and we will be able to capture that wall quite nicely. One burning tower is no problem. The gate being opened is interesting. Haven't had that opportunity in a while. Obviously, when I have all the other siege equipment in the world is when it decides to work. Okay, so pikemen on the walls should not be too effective, but we will see. I don't remember the last time I actually faced them on the walls. One thing that, yes, I commented on in the pike video, on the pike fix video, or on the comment section anyway, is that it will cause slightly overpowered pikes on the walls because then they sit there in their pikes. But they're already wavering. That is excellent news. You are apparently unopposed, so you just run up there. That is perfect news. Town Militia, you get over into these lads. Oh, we are going to overwhelm them by the looks of it. We've got ourselves enough men in the positions we wanted. I think getting them around to the gate has helped distract them. Indeed, we are through. And I'm not that interested, to be honest, in pushing through here. That seems like a fool's errand. But are they just going to let us? I mean, that kind of works for us. Let's just go and grab the gatehouse if they're going to be stupid like that. Okay, so we've got armoured swordsmen up on the walls over here. Those lads can run into that direction. Let's just start getting some of our... Oh, crossbows. Don't waste your missiles already. Crossbows. Don't worry about any of that nonsense, but they can get themselves up here, which is kind of where we want them. This, of course, is the perfect spot to shoot down to the plaza on. We've used it before, and we'll be using it again, damn it. So, let's just get our 2 units of infantry up there. That will be perfect. These guys are taking the walls, which is what we want to see. You lads, get yourself over here. Let's just make sure that we're fine. Wow, we've got breaks over here. That's surprising. We absolutely had the numbers on them. How have we managed to break? Okay, so we can't climb up because they're busy climbing down. Oh no, we can do both. They're glitching. Ah, Medieval 2. You disappoint me here. Ah, days. Okay, so we've pushed them off the walls, but we seem to have equally routed. Very, very strange. At least we're not being shot down, but we seem to have lost like everyone on the walls. So let's just take a moment. We'll just shoot them over the top. That's fine. These lads have got this wall over here. There are some Highland pikemen over there. Just go and deal with them. I would suggest. Just go and take that position. We'll just intimidate them. And I don't really know what's going on. This is a very, very bizarre setup to this battle. It's not really what I was expecting. We do seem to manage to pick out some pikemen, although currently they're somewhat ignoring us and just... They've got their swords out. I don't know where they keep their pikes. Where do they keep... Let's not ask questions we don't want the answer to, Thomas. Okay. Fine. Crossbowmen are getting up on the walls. They can just start shooting once they are in position. That will just cause chaos over here. That's fine by me. The pikemen are strangely confused as to what they want to do. Archers, please just start shooting these lads. Are you actually up on the walls yet? They are just about. There's only the last few to go. Yeah, they're routing now. Shoot them down while you have the opportunity. Infantry, don't worry about any of that nonsense. Just go and hold position over there. That is ideal because I'd rather just get back up on the walls, if I'm honest. I love that in spite of the fact that we have clearly taken the walls, these lads are still broken and exhausted, and they only lost 6 men. Utter cowards. Pathetic, the lot of them. We do have ourselves, though, these town militia who have got themselves back together. So as we start to set up our lads on the walls and start shooting them down, I think, yeah, we'll just get ourselves in position. Interesting, their horses have decided to charge into us. To be honest, that works for me. Yeah, they're running away almost immediately. We have the archers up here who'll just be slaughtering them from above, as much as arrows do slaughter in this game, which isn't that much, but hopefully it will do enough of the job. They are getting pulled into various positions. Are they getting distracted by my general, who is on his way, actually? I think they are coming towards this direction for my general. We'll just stop my good stone, start shooting them from a distance because, yeah, we might not be able to get ourselves up there. You know what, we can just use the tower. Just use the tower, lads. You get yourselves over here, climb up. This is going to be a slightly wonky affair, I think, but it is what it is. These towers really shouldn't be able to be activated when we're actually on them, but that does keep on happening, which is, as I say, quite irritating. Nonetheless, yeah, we've got the same with this tower here, in spite of the fact that, you know, we are clearly, like, the ones on this wall right now. It should not be making any difference to us, but it seems to be for some unbeknown and irritating reason. So we'll just keep shooting as much as we can, but we are going to have to push them off the wall, but that's why the Highlanders and the nobles are here. Luckily, they're good infantry, where the Highland nobles have been shot by our missiles largely so far, which is very good to see indeed. These guys are pushing back the pikemen. That's what we wanted to see. Good. This is an unorthodox battle, I'll give it that much, but I think we're still going to be fine. We actually have this tower activated right now, which would be terrifying if we were to attack them on the plaza. I mean, truly, anyone who wants to take out all of this chaos when they've still got these walls is a madman. I love it when armies actually attack these castles when you've got a good amount of troops. They are impressively strong. There is a slight weak spot here in terms of the towers, but on the whole, they're so incredibly strong. It's actually insane. I think particularly these Northern European style are great for this particular affair. They're quite good. I mean, unfortunately for the defenders, if you do take this spot here, it's very, very good for shooting them down. At this point, luckily, they are just stuck in a cycle of charging towards me and then getting themselves killed, and they are not standing long enough to not rout. If they run over here, they've got the same trap with some more archers. Over at the entrance, they've got themselves 3 units and our general archer unit. There is nothing they can do but stand here and get shot. And whilst this could have been a bloody affair if they just hung on the walls, 10% lost is an amazing result as it currently stands. Very happy indeed with that. We do, though, well, we are soon going to run out of crossbow bolts, which is a shame, but we've done a very, very good job thus far. And with the peasant archers to come as well, well, I don't think we're going to take any more losses, really, are we? And in the end, we will have to charge for the last few units here. We are slowly whittling them down. Let's not run into their pikemen, please, my good sirs. That is probably unnecessary for you, but the general is dead, and with it, Stirling has fallen. Oh yes, let's not worry too much about this unit. We will try and... No, peasant crossbowmen, let's not... you know what, these guys, we'll try and surround them and confuse them. I think they're confused at this point. They're sending the infantry to finish these lads off, cut them down, finish off the pikes who are facing a somewhat stupid direction. And with that, Stirling has been taken and victory is ours. The very last man will go down, even if it means a few more losses for us. A clear and crushing victory. We lost another few percent there right at the death, but it's a pretty good job, I would say. Oh, that is a beautiful, beautiful sight. Stirling falls to us. Sacking, of course. That should give us access to some units. Oh, these aren't particularly interesting, are they? England gives us some brutal units when we have a castle there. So yeah, Stirling, just to give you an idea there, Highlanders, Highland Rabble, Peasant Archers, Border Horse. Arundel, same level, Armoured Swordsmen, Longbowmen, Armoured Sergeants, Mailed Knights. Yeah, these English castles are better, so if you're going to play this yourself, I would very much recommend that you invest in taking the English territories, and we can get pikemen anyway in Glasgow, as well as Highland Archers who will do a job, so... You know what, we'll go and grab those while we can line something up. We've got some archers already, so we've got some pikemen to defend the entrances, and that should do a good job of doing some heavy damage if they want to go and take on Glasgow right now. But, for the time being, in Stirling, let's see what we can do. We can get a bit of retraining done, so we'll reorganise this, and we'll end our turn. A quiet end turn, but one that comes with a big bucket of money from the council, which is nice, except that just paid the deficit, which is somewhat unfortunate. I wish you'd given me that last turn before I'd paid the bills, but they're obviously quite impressed with the job that I've done. So, these lads over here, we're going to leave Gloucester, but we're going to head further south. Can't remember what it is, it's Salisbury or something down here. Dorsetshire. Dorset, my good sir. I guess the Shire was dropped off that at some point in its history. Shaftesbury, of course. And I'm hoping the sight of these units isn't going to wake some sudden training, but it might do. And if I'm honest, We could probably just keep Winchester with these peasants because it doesn't look like... Might as well take that because I think they can see out of their forts. Yeah, look, I can see out of this fort. So I might as well just stroll into these places. Arundel. Oh, yeah. This is how we'll be able to defend or be able to go and take Norwich. I'm going to get ourselves some new units out of here. Okay, we can't get any more this term. So let's not worry too much about that. But, oh, yeah. Come on, Canterbury. Yes, it is weakly guarded. Pile of ladders. And, ooh, feudal knights. They could be fun. But we've got mailed knights ourselves. A couple town militia. That will be a bit of a... We'll lose a few men, but it'll be fine. Convert to our cause. Captain Ambrose. Ooh. Ooh. Some experience. Did we run from this army before? I'm not sure how we get this army somewhere safe, though. It's the slight issue with this. Now, we could run off to Connacht. Let's do that. I don't know what the English have, but it can't be a lot. So we're going to go hide in this forest, but that's a nice little force to join us. Derry, still... Oh, we can do a little bit of training to the Kerns. Interesting that it gets the Irish version of the unit there, as opposed to that. And our Bittlemen, I do love some Bittlemen, but we don't have enough to retrain all of those. Okay, we are now second in population, but 6th rather than 7th in most things. Yay, we're better than most. Norway's is somewhat false because of their excessive amount of bonus they get. That's Shrewsbury over there, or Shrewsbury, depending on your pronunciation. I still have no idea what we're supposed to call it. Everyone disagrees, so don't worry about it yourself, my lad. Okay, there's Arthur Underwood again. If this guy wanders so far from home for so long, he might actually turn to us. That'll be fun. This is my scout, though, so I'd kind of like you to get out of the way of me, to be honest. I'm just going to go hide in this corner. That isn't a hiding spot, apparently. That one is. There we go. Alright, things are looking exciting here. Canterbury under siege. We've got ourselves... That's a very strange Isle of Wight, but we'll take it. Yeah, nothing looks like it's standing in our way. Shaftesbury is only a few units. Unless they train someone in the end turn, we should have that under our grasp soon indeed. Ireland looking more interesting with a new convert to the cause. That's good to see indeed. We're getting some new troops into Inverlochy just to scout forward. I like the give me 12 good men and etc, etc. They're looking after this. Yes, of course, Inverness fell to the Norse last time, which is why we are seeing a lot of the Scottish forces head up to the Highlands. Okay, Stirling's looking alright for now. We don't have a lot of money to retrain too many more units. I wouldn't mind if we can afford... Let's just get one rabble there. Let's try and get more troops up to Inverlochy, because, yeah, this is fairly safe unless a boat appears. But Inverlochy... Yeah, the Norse might start coming for it, so we'll get some more units there and try to hold. Okay, it doesn't look like the most busy end turn, but certainly an interesting one. We can... You know what, I'm going to swap some units around. We'll send the better units over in this direction back to Oxford, just in case Mr. Underwood over there gets some silly ideas about what he can do with Oxford. But for now, we don't have much money. Probably time to end our term. Might just be a good idea to show my military force and just check there isn't a random boat. Doesn't look like it. They can appear sneakily sometimes, and I would like a boat for these two islands here if I ever get the opportunity. But 12 good men are under siege, which is rather sad. And there is a Norse army, unfortunately, intercepting the reinforcements, which is a shame, but... Okay, reinforce at least 4 more units. I can do that if I have money. I could get round to Inverlochy. I think... The thing is, if I have all of these units in there, I might have a chance. I don't think I have a chance, though. I'm just going to head back to there for now and hope we get a little bit more money in the kitty. Now, Stirling could definitely defend itself with less than what it's got. Glasgow... Glasgow would struggle as a town, but we can still do plenty with it. Oh, it's interesting, but I'm not sure what we can do with it. Okay, I can see some English over there. Let's just head in this direction. Nothing more for the time being. Okay, I'm not quite sure where the town is over there in Connacht, so we'll worry about that another time. But for now, I think it's time to head towards Canterbury, which is nice. I need money though, because Arundel can get me some filthy, filthy troops, and currently I'm not using them. So we're going to send them over towards Norwich. That's nice. I don't know how many troops we'll need for that job. Oh yeah, you can get retrained in Arundel. Send you down there, my good sir. Send you straight down there. We'll keep some longbowmen in London. I think that is eminently reasonable. And you can head over to this army and reinforce. I don't have any cav to help. You'll have to do for Norwich. I suspect it's quite quiet over there, but you never know. Into Canterbury we go. Should be simple enough. Let's see. As ever, they are covering quite a few towers with their 2 units, but we'll just get them to play a bit of Ring Around the Roses, and as soon as they start getting up there, I'm sure they will vacate this bit of the wall and this bit of the wall over here. So we will just give them a little run around, and hopefully that will mean that we can win over here. They're only town militia. We might well take quite a few losses, but we'll just see how it all goes. They're actually already running away from over here, which suits me fine. We're going to run them into that position, and we also have some crossbowmen who are sneaking around for the flanking manoeuvre. Oh, this is starting to come together just as I want it. Now, even if they don't do the run around on these lads, they're now getting themselves surrounded, which is fine by me as well. So you lads head into that flank, and these lads are going to secure this flank and send the crossbowmen in behind. This should be pretty much what I want to see. Ah, they are getting the ring around, and just in time. Oh, they're running off the walls. That's even more interesting. And not really what I want. I want to come pin them here. So let's fight them on the walls. We are indeed doing just that. So actually, you lads get yourselves down there. That'll be fine. And you likewise get yourselves over here. We want to get these crossbowmen up here actually. So you lads, yeah, crossbowmen, you get down there, you get over there, and honestly, let's just get these guys dealt with before we have to shoot them all down. We don't have enough crossbowmen to do that, so yeah, let's take them out. They are so confused about what to do. They've started to stop what they were doing just at the point they reach here, which is very, very confusing indeed. Horses are running strangely quick, but it's because they're doing the the kind of sliding graphic that they do when they're a bit too far away. Okay, we are now going to pummel those lads. These spearmen seem to be running away, which is a bit unfortunate, but we do have the crossbowmen to shoot them, so I'm just going to start on that now. This is a bit of a mess, but I've got the numbers, so I'm quite happy to press on. Oh, yes. All men on this unit, all men straight on this unit who don't know what they're doing. They have thrown Canterbury away. Well, with their cavalry running back towards the plaza, oh, we have chopped down all of their infantry pretty much. There is this one lad here just to finish up. Don't get to the plaza, just kill those lads over there. And at this point, we're pretty much where we want them. We just need to pick an angle, probably this one here, to go and take out their general. Oh, this is working nicely. And with the crossbow trap then also comes some nicely positioned spearmen who can cause plenty of problems if that's what they want to do. Anytime you lads would like to actually run out of the way, though, that would be great, particularly for your life. These guys are going to have to intercept now because the crossmen want to die. Why do you want to die, Brian? Foolish lads. That's kind of annoying because I would like as many of those to live as possible, please. But we do at least now have the spearmen on top of them. I thought they might do a little bit more fleeing, but there we go. There goes the general. They might well flee soon, actually, then, if that's the case. You lads get over there. Send in our cav as well. They're wavering. And there goes the battle. Only 39 men lost. I'll take it. I will take it indeed. I don't imagine there's a huge amount of booty here, but you know what? You know what? We'll take whatever we can get right now. Oh, it's so irritating. It's just the deficit wants more. But with every town we capture, our economy gets that little bit stronger. And Shaftesbury, oh, it doesn't look like they've reinforced that at all, does it? Okay, how far can you, sir, get? You can get most of the way there. Yeah, you've got tons of movement points. You will be fine. Okay, you're going to head over there, grab all the world's ladders, and you join up with them. If we could grab a tower. Oh, yeah, that would be very nice indeed. You know, 1 tower and lots of ladders is fine by me. We have, oh, they have 1 unit of longbowmen. That could be painful as we enter, but we'll just find some kind of, I don't know, trash. There we are, there are the peasants. We'll find the trash to throw to the longbows. Oh, that's marvellous. Right, well, things are really coming together in southern England. One sensible idea, actually, to try and deal with the money problems is to send some, militia lads over to Glasgow. We could do with a bit more infantry to hold it, but there'll also now be free upkeep. So that's something that I really need to bear in mind. These forts also have free upkeep, as far as I'm aware. Let's just send these peasants here just to test that. Yeah, you see free upkeep while garrisoned. So I might just keep that little unit there for now. Actually, there's no point because we've got control of it. You know what? No, that's fine. They're just 1 unit of peasants. I do think, though, if we can afford to send the odd unit around, I mean, it's free upkeep, I suppose, and it still counts for non-militia units inside the fort. So, best to make use of them where we can, especially when we're not frontline. So, Canterbury, for example, we don't need anyone over here. I suppose you might as well... You might as well leave the odd unit here. Maybe just that 1 spear militia. It's free upkeep anyway. And the rest of them can head, I would suggest, towards London for now. Aren't any forts in this corner of the world, but that is something we can do to alleviate our money worries. So it's something to bear in mind. I suppose that's a problem with this change around I've just done here, actually. So... something I need to keep a close eye on in future. Interesting to see Arthur Underwood here. It's an outside Nottingham. That could be interesting. I wonder if they actually bother attacking or not. And Stirling under siege from a huge Scottish force. Now, while I have to send some troops out, I am still quite confident that we'll be able to hold out as a castle. As for that situation, no. Aha! Edward departs on a crusade. So this is an important thing here, isn't it? So I can't recall the details. I'm pretty sure there's a good chance he doesn't return alive, which may or may not be interesting. This, however, is interesting. I don't think we're going to last very long on Castletown. I don't think we are, no. We might as well use this to scout for a moment, just see what's going on. Plenty of interesting armies here for the Norwegians. They have some catapults, which we can't get. Huskars, oh, very nice. And as for this Welsh army, who turned up a long time ago and have done nothing. Nope. I'm just going to have to get rid of them. They're just costing me money, unfortunately. Give me one of the bigger armies and maybe we'll talk. As we head over to Norwich, I'm pretty certain, yeah, there's a little fort here around, I guess that's Ely or something like that. It is English soil, and indeed it was before Norwich. I feel like we're not going to quite get there. We're not, which is really irritating. We're going to be stuck outside. No cav for the little cav besiege trick, so sadly not much of a chance to get themselves a unit or two, but it looks like we'll be able to take them out, no problem. Arundel will retrain one day. This is free upkeep and the besiege of my port. So we've got okay, 2,000 monies to make up. Unfortunately, we'll probably just again fill up the or you know, end up taking the deficit only. But there are things we can destroy, such as chapels. No one needs a chapel in my world, but that's the only thing we can destroy there, sadly. I don't like these sieges. That's kind of annoying. I was trying to remember what this city was, and having looked it up, it is of course Affinry, which is down here. So I'm glad I have actually looked that one up, because frankly I have no idea what any of the towns around here are, and we're going to waltz on in. There are reinforcements in the fort. I don't know if they're going to attack us, but I'd kind of prefer them to. I wouldn't mind a battle in the field against these lads, especially if they are separated. Billmen, I love Billmen. They could be quite good fun, but I think the experience might just be to carry us. If nothing else, well, the English castle, first of all, is quite big. If the Irish don't bother poking us, that could be irritating. And Derry, honestly, I'm a bit worried there's not a lot we can do around here. I don't want to lose these cav, but I wouldn't mind looking around slightly. There are more forces, and it is a castle, and I don't think we've got enough to take that as we are. These are fairly basic. We'll just have to deal with that later on. I'm quite happy just holding territory for the time being. We'll head into Shaftesbury, which should be simple enough. Norwich in a couple turns' time. This is good news indeed. Nothing too much to deal with. Let's head in. Interestingly, because I had the tower over here, they immediately shot fire arrows at the tower and didn't even bother trying to deal with us, which is interesting, but I would very much like to chop them down. Unfortunately, they do seem to be wandering off the walls already, which could put those plans somewhat in jeopardy. It's a bit of an odd battle, to be honest, because the longbowmen are now standing sort of around the plaza and shooting us. Not really what I want, but I don't know. I mean, we're trying to get some archers up, basically to shoot on down. If I can grab these guys and shoot those lads, that will be ideal. These guys just need to block off this direction. I don't really want to hit the mailed knights with my lads. I just want to keep the longbowmen busy whilst we shoot down the mailed knights with our long-range lads. Indeed, we should have some of our longbowmen, the Welsh longbowmen up there very soon. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more awkward than planned, but we're keeping them busy. Unfortunately, they have actually managed to rout us in spite of the fact that they're just longbowmen, which is a little bit embarrassing. But we are shooting down the cav in the meantime, and that's largely what the plan was. You guys just stand around here. Their cav's coming into us. You know what, let's just pincer them at this point. They're going to attack these guys. We might as well run in. We're going to shoot them in the back. That's pretty much... Oh, yeah, they're going down pretty nicely, actually. They are badly blooded. Peasants, go on to guard. Just hold position. I do enjoy that peasants don't instantly break on this compared to Rome. They do sometimes actually do something, which is nice to see. These guys are heading into the back of those guys. They're now wavering. They've got... My longbowmen are not yet firing, but you know what? Some fire arrows in here. Let's just get these mailed knights. Fire arrows into there. Come on, break them at the same moment. We've got victory. Glorious. Oh, that's nice. We can chop them down. Bit awkward, but job done in the end. Not too many men lost, and an important castle under our control. And with that, Shaftesbury is ours. More sacking, more incredibly close amounts of money just to tease me. I don't know how much I want to send down here. I imagine there's almost nothing. I'm just going to send these scouts ahead and we'll just see if there's anything. Actually, that would be a good spot. Cardiff is fully guarded. Let's just take the fort. Okay, we can't go much further than the fort. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll use you to scout and we'll see what's over there. I will send, however, just these three lads in that general direction. Shaftesbury can defend itself for the time being. More English spearmen, very nice. Some English heavy billmen. Why is this castle different to the last one, though? I mean, that's the question. This is English and a tiny bit Welsh, whereas Arundel is presumably all English. Yeah, 98% English. I don't quite know what's going on, but something's going on. Also, my capital is up north. I'm sure we can make a lot more money if we change this. So, minus 1691. Okay, let's change this to London and see if the corruption penalty is changing. It makes that a lot better. Oh, indeed, it makes a big difference. Absolutely, it does. I really need to remind myself of that more often. This is my first ever video was the Rebels campaign on Rome, where I pointed out how vital it is to move the capital. But yeah, I somewhat forget that myself sometimes. Okay, we are at the very least breaking even now, which is nice to see. We've got Norwich soon. We also have, yes, Athenry, if the other lads don't get in the way. Stirling might be under attack. They've got equipment. Hopefully they just go straight for it. We will have to see. Oh, we are back in Stirling and Captain Ede is coming in to us. A fair amount of cav, actually, which is probably a good thing because it is mostly border horse. You are light and squishy, but that does mean a lot of pushing power at the gate when they inevitably get their two rams through. So I could spend 3 units of archers trying to shoot it down with fire, but I somehow suspect that won't work. In terms of the other stuff, they have some heavy pike militia, which are interesting. And in terms of their main infantry, 1, 2, 3, 4, nothing too much. A couple pikemen, a few pikemen, some town militia. It's quite a big force, but no general. There's 2 more infantry there. Right, we're going to have to hope that castle defences really make the difference here. Let's head in. If you are the Scots, this is an absolutely insane way to attack a town. It's not even raining today. This town has to be safe from the ram today, you would think. But no, even with 3 whole units of archers, all the towers in the world still seems to be getting in thus far. Hopefully it will just burn down at the entrance and we won't need to worry about them. But we will see about that. You guys deal with them. We've even got crossbowmen in this exact spot right here to start shooting some more of them. How is this ram still making it absolutely obscene? But there we are. We've got an obscene amount of firepower overall though, so I'm hoping that we can clear these guys off as they arrive. Now this ram, why is it making it? It's really rude. It is starting to rain now. Even so, like, it should not make it. It should not make it. Why does the game hate us so? Okay, all of you off fire and just start shooting in, particularly to like some of these militia lads at the front. Some of those really need to go down. Let's just make sure the front units are pretty darn weak. Indeed, these lads over here have a really good shot, presumably, right down into that first unit of town militia. Just shoot straight into them. And somehow the ram has got there. Utterly disgusting, but it's just the way that it works. Okay, over here we have repelled them very, very tidily indeed. You shoot into the side of some of those units. Likewise over here, we should chop them down with no issue. Oh yeah, this is nice. Nice work. I just want to shoot as many of them as I can before they get in. This gate is slowly going down, 12% at a time. Little bit quick for my liking, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, with the ram breaking the gates, then we're going to have to guard the entrance, which means all of these lads are straight onto full-on guard mode. We just need to get the peasants into here as well. Actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get the peasants over there, and the Highlanders can come and guard this. If I'm honest, I've got the armoured swordsman in reserve. Oh yeah, we have a break instantly. That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. Glorious, glorious, glorious. Do what you want. You are going to deal with those lads. I've got the Norse scouts over there just to guard it. Yeah, they're not getting in without breaking. This is good news. They're fighting to the death, but they should just be very inefficient at that point. They have a huge amount of units, so there's quite a lot that they can pile in. There's a lot of weight behind them, but with breaking units, I think we should be in a good spot. Oh yeah, look at this. We have quite a few breaks, a few fighting to the death, but there are a lot of breaks going on in here. Very, very nice to see. You know what? I think we start pushing with our cav as well. We will really, really do the business here. Get him. You finish them off. The peasants are just going to defend this gateway over here, which means that these lads are fine. Oh yeah. Start firing in. These guys, to be honest, probably shouldn't be pushing into this too much, but I'm just trying to get the mass rout at this point. Mailed knights over on that side of things. Oh, we've got almost an entire break. Oh, they're fighting to the death. It is a glorious, glorious crush for the Scotsmen over here. Up on the walls, the Highlanders are... But you take it on town militia, you'll be fine. Against the militia, these peasants aren't having to deal with anything right now. These crossbowmen can just shoot down whoever comes. Boiling oil, pouring onto them. Oh, it's a massacre. It's a Stirling affair here, and I, for one, am loving it. Okay, we should just be shooting these lads as they flee right now because we haven't got our cav out on the other side. So archers can do lots and lots of fun job. Hiding rabble, honestly, we might as well guard that spot, but I don't think they're coming back anytime soon. Shall we just start pouring out? Who's even fighting? Who's not broken at this point? Is it just one unit? Just these lads over here? Alright, get the cav pouring out. We want to slaughter them. Unfortunately, the fighter to the death has actually done more damage than I was hoping for, and I've sent my cav out of there for the time being. These guys are still getting themselves stuck in. I want them to pull out, damn it. But they are, unfortunately, getting themselves killed in a bit of all of this. Down goes the general, though. Yeah, and with that, hopefully victory will be ours. We're just going to go off guard and make sure we are just really sticking the knife in at this point. We're just going to have to let them come back and forth until they rout and get them sort of entirely shot. Lost more of my cav than I really needed to there, which is a bit unfortunate, but But I think in the end it might well work out. I think at this point there's so little at the front here. Yeah, there's a couple of pikemen who caught our cav as we tried to chase people down, I think. But at this point we should be fine. Mop as many as we can. A few border horse at the flank who could pick me off here. Okay, let's just send our cav back in. No point of losing them. They're going to throw themselves to their own death anyway. I imagine it's quite demoralising to start entering a castle that you're assaulting and just see a pile of dead bodies, mostly in your colours. I imagine it's not awfully good for the morale. It doesn't seem to be, especially the boiling oil as well. That doesn't seem to lift their spirits either. No, I think the job is essentially done here at this point. Yep. All cav, get out and try and chase them down. Those cav were causing us a bit of a problem because we lost too many earlier on, but with any luck we can chase down one or two more men and finish them. In case you're in any doubt about how brutal this victory was, it's 13% loss down to 11. Heroic victory, and those cav at the end there, it's so important that we have them. Those scouts have inflicted, the Norse scouts, it says 1, but it says prisoners caught 114. Oh, isn't that just lovely? And the knights 157 as well. So that is a big chunk of lands that we don't need to deal with later. Of course, we don't have the option. We just slaughter them. A less glorious affair, however, will be the siege of Dunstanfnash, which I believe they're assaulting because I'm still pronouncing it wrong. So Captain Thorkel, sadly, will definitely break in. Quite frankly, the only course of option here is to run away. We're going to stand around near enough the gates, hopefully to keep the gates on for a little while, but you know, they are essentially going to take over pretty quick. We should just run away. They're not even bothering with this anymore. That's interesting. They're going to run around with the ram and be a bit nutty then. I don't mind. Oh, yeah, they're... You know what? Let's fight here for a minute. Let's fight here for the minute with the peasants. We'll send the rest of the plaza and just see what we can do. But, you know, honestly, the towers might do as much as we will. Oh, I've already run away. Don't worry. Ignore all that. Just run to the plaza. Run to the plaza and guard it there. And with that, honestly, we'll just have to chop everyone down there. Everyone on the plaza. Chop them down. Do as much damage as you can. And honestly, it's going to be an absolute massacre. But 9%, that's something, eh? Just got to keep pushing. Push them. There he goes. Foolish general. He was a bit foolish at the gate, if I'm honest. But, no, we need to just keep fighting. We're mostly on the plaza still. Their best chance to push me off, but I think the time is going to activate very soon because they have way too many men. We're doing okay. As long as we stay on here, we're going to do a nice chunk of damage, simply due to the plaza being kind of brutal. Yeah, we've about 3 minutes left to fight. That's pretty much going to be us all dead anyway. But you know what? 20% killed. That might help us in the long run. It's fine. Well done, my good sir. Steve is fighting long and hard there, but in the end, he couldn't do it. You know what? 167 killed. It's not too bad. It is too late. The settlement is lost. Well, I'll be honest, lads. I don't think 4 units would have held that anyway, but we tried. Okay, so Stirling has managed to guard itself pretty darn well. Unfortunately, these scouts and English knights got themselves chopped down proper. It looks like our 12 men have held out, as you would expect of such heroes. We actually have money. We have money. I wouldn't mind a unit of scouts there to mop up whatever is left at the end of the day. Okay, we don't have a lot of money, but we are going to keep on plodding on. And we'll see what there is to take. Okay, so only 1 unit down here. If we can make it, can we make it? Well, okay, the cavalry can make it. Yeah, you can start the siege, and we'll do the old cavalry trick. Okay, that's lovely. We can waltz into Cornwall next time. That'll be marvellous news. That'll be the south all mopped up in our control. We'll start thinking about Gloucester, because the English do have Cardiff as a full stack army, but if we can defend an English castle, we find the right moment to pounce. Well, I think we're going to be in a very good position indeed. We're a bit short, we're a bit stretched actually in a few places here, but yeah, let's go and grab Launceston, and we can then head back towards Gloucester and take that next time. Norwich is also under siege, so next time we should have ourselves a nice bucket of money. We can hopefully start training some more troops out of Arundel once again, and I think for the time being up here we just got to hold, because Perth still has a full stack, and whilst I wouldn't mind nabbing Edinburgh with the right opportunity, I'm not sure if or when that's going to appear. Yeah, there's the Scottish fort in the region, and I don't really want to deal with that right now. So we'll keep the scouts wandering. But there's an army down here in Dumfries, there's a little army in that fort, and Perth is a full stack. So I don't think I have enough to spare right now, but having slaughtered that last one, if they want to come again, I think I would quite fancy... I'd fancy our chances if they were to do so. And, oh yes, we've got some lovely pikemen in Glasgow. We should be okay in Glasgow as long as we don't have too much of a full stack. But things are looking good. Oh yes, of course, we have Athenry straight away next time as well. So that'll be a little bucket of money. Turn after, we have 2 more buckets of money on their way. Oh yes, and then the reinforcements can come to go take Gloucester. And consider what else to do with the English, because we are really sticking the knife into them. This has been a glorious affair indeed. Thank you for joining me. I'm Thomas, this is Nerdist Kingman, and this has been our Britannia Rebels campaign on Medieval 2 Total War. Thank you, and bye-bye.
By Jove, it is a marvellous, marvellous day. Spiffing, one would say. Any one for pims. He has seen the light, he has joined the anarchy, he is cruel and cunning, and you know what, he likes a little drink, and I think that's marvellous. La 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 la, chop your way through the peasants. One shot!